Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for a very special presentation of music sponsored by the Downers Grove North High School Fine Arts Department. We are very, very pleased to have you with us tonight. One of the long-standing traditions of our school is the Downers Grove North Graduation Concert, an evening of music that features our a cappella choir, our wind ensemble. Those are the two capstone music ensembles from our choral and band programs. Tonight would have been the 2020 graduation concert. Sadly, COVID-19, the global health pandemic, and the stay-at-home order have forced us to cancel tonight's concert and many other annual events within the fine arts calendar. Having said that, our faculty has resolved to not let COVID-19 completely derail our plans to feature outstanding senior instrumentalists who won performance opportunities as soloists through a concerto competition held last November. Tonight's broadcast was inspired in large part by a spontaneous music performance that took place in mid-March, shortly after the stay-at-home order was enacted. The first DGN musician that was to be featured through our concerto competition was bassoonist Amelia Irvin. She was slotted to perform on our March 19th concert, just days after schools had closed, and before any of us had had time to create contingency plans for scheduled performances. On that day, which was to be her featured concerto, several of Amelia's friends in the DGN band encouraged her to put on her concert attire and play her solo in a video conference. Within a few hours, word had passed around our band program that Amelia would be performing, and many of us were fortunate to hear her that night. That performance was the motivation for developing tonight's broadcast, as well as an upcoming event on Tuesday, May 5th at 1 p.m., when members of our District 99 Orchestra program will be similarly featured. In an effort to limit the potential for sound compression, clipping, and distortion that we all know can easily happen in a Zoom meeting, we have invited tonight's soloists to pre-record their pieces, and I will be sharing those videos with you during tonight's broadcast. However, our soloist introductions are happening live. And to start us off tonight, I'm going to be spotlighting Emery Teague's Zoom video. Give me just a moment to do that. Emery is a sophomore at North High School and a member of DGN's Wind Ensemble percussion section. She also happens to be our first soloist sister. Take it away, Emery.
Teague began piano lessons at the age of 6 and immediately fell in love with music. When offered the opportunity to choose a wind instrument in 5th grade, he chose the horn, and since then has made it his mission to become the best horn player and musician possible. Miles is a 4-time All-State musician, appointed principal horn of the Illinois All-State Musical Pit Orchestra, and 3 times to the IOMEA All-State Honors Orchestra, serving as principal horn in 2020. Miles has performed with the Chicago Youth Symphony Orchestras for the past 5 years and currently serves as principal horn of the Symphony Orchestra and Chamber Orchestra. For the fall of 2020, Miles will make his conducting debut at Chicago's Symphony Center, leading the CYSO as the 2020 recipient of the Doug and Sharon Carroll Conducting Fellowship. At Downers Grove North High School, Miles has held the principal horn chair in the wind ensemble and symphony orchestra since his freshman year and played piano in the jazz ensemble. He has served as section captain, drum major, and head conductor of the Trojan Marching Band and performed in 2017 with the Macy's Great American Marching Band in New York, New York. Miles would like to thank the music faculty at North High for their support and encouragement throughout his high school career. He would also like to thank his private teachers, Mr. Dan O'Connell and Ms. Sarah Yonker, for their mentorship, and his entire family and close friends for their love and support. Without these influences, he would not be the person or musician he is today. Next fall, Miles will attend the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York, pursuing a Bachelor of Music in Horn Performance degree. He aspires to play horn in a symphony orchestra professionally. Performing Wingspan by Gary Quo, please welcome Miles Teague.
Hey, congratulations, Miles, on a terrific performance of Wingspan. I thought you'd like to know that composer Gary Kuo is tuning into our broadcast tonight from California, and he has sent a message of congratulations to pass on to you. Also in attendance tonight is Jeff Nelson of the Canadian Brass and the professor of horn at Indiana University's Jacobs School of Music. And Miles, as you know, Wingspan was commissioned by Professor Nelson, and he was the soloist for the world premiere at the 47th International Horn Symposium in 2015. He also sends his greetings and congratulations tonight. And your horn mentors are also tuning in tonight. Your first teacher, Sarah Yonker, and your current teacher, Dan O'Connell, are both with us. I know how much you appreciate their guidance and all that you've learned about music as their protege. On behalf of the DGN Fine Arts Department, I extend my thanks to Mr. Kuo, Professor Nelson, Mr. O'Connell, and Ms. Yonker for tuning in tonight and for your support of our students. It's great to have you with us. And Miles, I know you're anxious to give them a big thank you wave of appreciation. Miles, on behalf of the Fine Arts Department, I offer my personal congratulations for your musical leadership and your personal drive for artistic excellence over the past 4 years. You have been a dedicated member of our bands, choirs, jazz bands, and orchestras, and all of your teachers in the music program are sending our very best wishes as you bring this chapter to closure and you begin the next. Please wave and take one more bow. Okay, well now I am very pleased to transition now to the second of our 2 solos that are going to be performing this evening. First, I want to spotlight the video that's coming from Emma Krause's home tonight. There it is. Introducing our next soloist will be DGN Senior and District 99 Orchestra member Megan Krause. Megan is a violinist in our symphonic orchestra and just so happens to be the twin sister of our next featured instrumentalist. Let me make sure I got you unmuted. All right, I think I've got you. Go ahead, Megan, take it away.
At a young age, Emma Krause created and started learning her first instrument, the box guitar. Made out of a box, a piece of wood, and a single string, this makeshift guitar set in motion her love of music and her passion to share it with others. In 5th grade, she upgraded from the box guitar to a real instrument and began learning the flute. Instantly, she fell in love with it and to this day continues to love playing. During her high school career, Emma has been very active musically, both at DGN and extracurricularly. She has been principal flutist of the wind ensemble since freshman year and has served as a section captain and drum major for the Trojan Marching Band. Additionally, she has been involved in the pit orchestra, District 99 Orchestra, pep band, and various chamber ensembles, and has taken part in ILMEA district and all-state festivals. Outside of North, Emma has been a student at the Merit School of Music, where she plays with the Purple Hippopotami Flute Quartet and has played in Chicago Youth Symphony Orchestra as the principal flutist in their symphony orchestra, chamber orchestra, and woodwind quintets. After high school, Emma plans to major in flute performance in college to play professionally as a career. Emma would like to thank her band directors for their constant support and encouragement and for the opportunity to play this solo. She would also like to thank her private lesson teacher, Dr. Jennifer Darwell, for helping her grow in ways she didn't know were even possible, and for her continual kindness, patience, and passion for music and expertise. Finally, she would like to thank her parents and her family for their never-ending support for her passion for music and for their kindness and motivation. She wouldn't be where she is now without them and is very grateful for all that they do. Playing Carmen Fantasy Brilliant by Francois Bourne, please welcome Emma Krause.
Oh, I love the flowers, Emma. That's terrific. Congratulations on an amazing performance tonight. Beautiful playing, just exquisite musicianship all around. I couldn't help but think while I was listening to those last three variations that if you had $1 for every note that you played, you'd be a millionaire tonight. That was just terrific playing. I want to extend a shout out to your mentor, Dr. Jennifer Darwell, who I know is going to be watching this broadcast on a little bit of a delay later tonight, but I know how much you appreciate her guidance as your private teacher, as do your band directors, Mr. Smith and myself at DGN. So thank you, Dr. Darwell, for all you've done to support Emma in her pursuit of musical excellence. Emma, let's give her a big wave and a big thank you for her amazing work with you. And Emma, on behalf of the Fine Arts Department, I'd like to offer my personal thanks for your artistry, your musical leadership over the past 4 years. You have been a musical inspiration to many in our community, and your performance tonight was a wonderful capstone to your career at DGN. We're sending our very best wishes for your continued success in your musical journey. Please wave and take one more bow. Great job tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again to everyone who tuned in to our broadcast and for supporting our student musicians at Downers Grove North High School. I'd like to remind everyone that we have another broadcast scheduled for Tuesday, May 5th that will feature students from our District 99 Orchestra program. You're not going to want to miss it. That concert will begin in the early afternoon. It's a 1 p.m. start. Until then, stay safe, everyone, and have a great night.